Hey everybody, Sandra's here and Meg is here and Crystal and hi. Hey. Hey. Hi. Lorenda's here. Hey Tina. Hey everybody. Okay. So you might want to share this one. I had an epiphany and I had some thoughts that I wanted to share today, and I figured, you know what? What better way than to broadcast it on Periscope? Let me see. I know, right? Don't try. Is that better or is that worse for lighting? Yay or nay? Yeah, anybody can watch. When I'm on Periscope, this is not brand specific. Ooh, light it up. Okay. Okay, so this is part of this. Facebook parties can be extremely advantageous to your business, right? So again, this is not a brand specific scope. I don't ever do brand specific scopes unless I'm asked. Hello, Donna. And so look at the nice snowflakes. So, one of the things that I wanted to share with you guys today are some of the changes that Facebook has made. And hey, first timer, welcome. What is your name? First timer, Alexa, welcome. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Oh my God. What are we oh my godding? Tarek, what's the matter? First time I can comment. Really? First timer. Love it. Thanks for coming, you guys. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm an old timer. Yay. Okay, I have squirrel syndrome, first of all. So when you come to my scopes, it's pretty real. My broadcasts are always full? No, that's not true. Maybe it is, I don't know. I don't have my broadcast blocked, so meaning that anybody can join, anybody can see, and I don't have to be following you for you to be able to see me or comment. So thank you. I think this is an old Leah Sophia necklace. Okay, so Facebook parties can be an amazing addition to your business. I don't recommend that it be the only way you run your business. Not yours, hiding oral, but you just added me so I can comment now. Oh, okay. I'm not sure. I don't want you guys to think that Facebook could be your only way to do business, because what happens if you wake up tomorrow morning and Facebook is gone? Right? It can happen. Nice. Good. Yeah, it could happen though. And so we have so many different platforms out there to provide us with a means for our business that I think that it's really important to kind of spread the love a little bit. So when I'm talking about Facebook parties, I'm talking about virtual parties in general. So virtual parties are a means to get to people who you could not get to in a local area, okay? So if they live in a different state, maybe even a different country. Yeah, and you know what? I kind of agree with you. Facebook it can get tiring, but it's the majority of where we are as a society. We're including things now like Periscope, which can help alleviate some of that pain you might be feeling with Facebook. And it's nice because, for instance, I have a huge following on Facebook. I have a pretty good following on Twitter, and my YouTube channel, I have a really good following. Periscope is very new, which is why I'm keeping it generic as far as brand. I don't want it to be, I don't want Periscope to become a brand specific channel, if that makes sense. It's my only place. It's kind of like a safe place for me that we don't have to talk about my business, but yet I can share my knowledge about business in a generic platform. You did find me on YouTube. See? So, and on YouTube, I actually have a lot of different videos. So I do videos about my brand. I do videos about me as a brand. I do videos about direct sales training, which is what I'm doing right now. I do videos about my dog Leo. I do videos about, other things. Maybe it's cooking or taking a walk outside. So there's an eclectic arrangement of different types of things. Periscope's going to be a little different for me because I know, because I don't have Wi-Fi or cellular service 10 feet outside of my home. So I can't take you on my walks to the river. I can't take you on my walks down to the backyard and playing with the dog. So it's going to be YouTube for that and Periscope for, this type of thing. So anyway, my YouTube is thebnsnet.com. If someone wants to type that up, that would be awesome. Thebnsnet.com is my YouTube channel. So let's get back to, I'm walking and watching at lunch. The bnsnet.com. Yes, thank you, Sandra. So Facebook is like a police database. That's funny. It can be. I mean, all information is on Facebook, right? I mean, that's where all of our information is. But so let's get back to virtual parties and creating an environment for your customers that will be inviting, that will be lucrative. Obviously, you want to have a Facebook party that's going to produce sales. It is where you check if they are real, right? And so, there are different types of platforms. We can do Facebook parties through events, through our fan page. We can do Facebook Live now, which I want to get into a little bit. We can do Hangouts. We can do Skypes. We can do Periscope parties. We can do Google Hangouts, which is on YouTube. So every platform, for the most part, except for Instagram is too short of a video. Twitter is just basically linking to a video. So you could publicize it on Twitter, but you're not going to have live feed on Twitter as of yet. Pinterest, same thing. You're going to link it to something. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. I appreciate that. And don't forget to swipe and share. Swipe to the right for iPhone and swipe up for Android. Whether it's through Twitter or Facebook. I don't think Twitter will, since they own Scope. Right. So this is their way. And that's why, it's kind of a public forum to promote your live events, right? So just to kind of give you some information, I'm not sure if you know this, but Facebook Live was, Twitter's like a ghost database. You never know. Well, yeah, I know. And that can be kind of true too, Vanessa. Thank you. So Facebook Live was rolled out to the US and through mobile only. First of all, it's an application within Facebook that is only for mobile devices as of right now. And it's only for the US when it was rolled out. Now, they were rolling it out slowly onto people's personal pages. It was available on a Facebook fan page if you were a verified page or a celebrity. They were allowing celebrities to do live events and such right away. You have live now. Good. And so then the other day, I think maybe Sunday, it was either Sunday or Monday, they rolled it out to all fan pages. It just came to Europe too. Right. Okay. So now, as of yesterday, I think it was yesterday or Monday, they rolled it out, I think, potentially worldwide. I don't know how far it went into the world, but hearing that Europe has it, you're in the US. Maybe you need an update on your mobile app. That could be. I don't have it on my fan page yet. Okay, so they're rolling it out slowly. I'm going to take off my glasses because this light is extremely hot and it's making me sweat. Yeah, they're rolling it out slowly. So if you don't have it, just be patient. It's coming. And so I did a live broadcast, a live stream the other night from my fan page, which I think is going to be a brilliant addition to being able to do live parties from our fan pages. I did a live Facebook party for my brand last week, maybe the week before. No, I think it was last week. and it was brilliant. The only problem with Facebook Live is you can only do 30-minute segments. So if you're doing an actual party that takes typically an hour to 2 hours, you're going to have to do multiple segments. Okay? So, and that worked out all right. People came back. I explained at the end of the broadcast, of each broadcast, that they had to come back. Thanks for blocking. What does that mean? Thanks for blocking. Wow, I look awfully pale right now. I think I'm going to shut off this light. Whew. Oh. I haven't blocked anybody yet. I wasn't watching the comments. I did. I had a troll. I didn't block him, though. Oh, good, Crystal. I'm glad. Rude commenter. I've totally missed it. I'm totally oblivious, you guys. Someone was being rude. Okay, so is it possible that people that are in a broadcast can block people for me? No, I don't think so. I have to be the one that blocks them, right? I don't know. I don't think so. How do you have a virtual party? Okay, so a virtual party would technically is a live party, like a home party. If you were going to do a home party for your direct sales business, no, we can block them for us. Oh, I didn't know that. Sweet, thanks. I got you guys looking out for me. I appreciate that very much. A live party is exactly like a home party. So like if I wanted to do a live party right now, I would set up my display or my products in front of me. Now this was something that I really thought about the day that I did my live party. I wasn't sure if I was going to do an actual setup like I would at a home party where it's all set up on a table and then I would kind of go and talk through it. But what I ended up deciding to do was something like this. So I had all of my product out on, you can block them from the broadcast, but you can't block them permanently. Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you. So he may show up again. He or she. So what I ended up doing is to make snowflake hearts on Periscope. You need to put hashtag winter in your broadcast title. Okay? Yes. So to do, Vanessa, sorry, I am very squirrel syndrome. I get, especially on Periscope, because I'm always answering people's questions. So I put all of the product in front of me. It wasn't necessarily viewable, and I think one of the reasons that I got some feedback on my live party, and they said that it was a good idea that my products weren't available, because there was going to be a lot of scoping, or that's funny that I use that word. They would be commenting on the product that we're seeing, and causing a lot of interaction in the chatting that wouldn't necessarily be pertaining to what I was talking about. So they could see something back here and start talking about one of the products, and then everybody starts to tornado into the chat, and it kind of becomes chaotic in the chat area, whether it's here on Periscope or on Facebook Live or whatever, right? So having the product in front of you and bringing them up and talking about each product individually as you need to, kind of carries the focus to your viewers. And then you just basically do it like you would do a home party. Well, in my case, all I did was I pointed them to my website so that they could go shopping. I had a specific party that I had created for them. And this is the same for all direct sales, right? Because you guys all kind of have the same concept with home parties and live parties and that sort of thing. So it was a point to your website. You have to select the party, and then the party, I mean, that's basically how it's done. So when you're doing a party, I mean, typically what you're doing is demonstrating, right? And it's live the whole time, or just short videos that are posted. It's live the whole time. So like with Facebook Live, with Periscope, I could do the entire party without having to reload a video. And I'll explain that in a minute. Periscope, you can do lengthy videos. So if I had an 1.5 to 2 hour party, I could do the entire party right here, okay? And not have to go anywhere else. With Facebook Live, it's 30-minute increments. So when I got to the end of the 30 minutes, there's a little flash that comes up on the screen and says, you got 4 minutes left, you've got 3 minutes left, you've got 2 minutes left. And when I saw that coming up, my speaking became, Facebook supposed to be saved to your Facebook page. Yes, it gets saved right to your Facebook page. So that's awesome, right? So when the 2 minutes was up, I said, okay, guys, I'm going to shut this one down and I'm going to start up a new live. So come back. We're going to be right here. And they kept coming back. And so when it goes live, they would get a notification and they would come back to the broadcast and I would be live again. Now, that broadcast is on my fan page probably forever now. So it gets saved to my fan page. People can refer to it at any time and talk slowly. Am I talking too fast? I'm sorry. I get very excited about what I talk about, so I'm sorry. I do talk fast. Instead of telling me to talk slowly, just give me some hearts. Okay? Thanks. Love. Let's give love. Let's not be mean. So it gets saved to your fan page, and you get to refer back to it, or you can actually send people to that broadcast if you want to later. Now it's recorded, so it's not going to be live anymore, and that can be kind of fun because, hang on a second. You don't have a name. The person that told me to talk slow. You don't have a name, so I can't address you personally. Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you. Like I said, you don't have a name, so I cannot address you personally. It says full name. So you actually could refer your customers back to those as demonstrations. Or maybe they missed the party. Or maybe you're wanting to say, hey, you know what? I want to explain to you how X product works. Abdoraman. Well, welcome. And so if you did a piece of demo in that live broadcast, you could select which broadcast it was and you could refer your customer to that broadcast. So there's a lot of ways that you can utilize it as an after tool as well as the current, obvious, live version of your party. So it really is just like a home party, except everybody's in their own homes. So that's the beauty of that. You can do the same thing with Google Hangouts. You can do the same thing with Periscope, with Facebook Live. You can do the same thing with things like Zoom, Zoom meeting. There are a lot of live streaming. Ustream does them. There's a lot of live streaming options for you. If someone wants to type some of those options that I just mentioned to kind of recap so that people, yeah, it's exciting, you know, because part of the reason that I'm doing this, so I live in a town of 192 people. I can't run an entire business on 192 people. It's just not going to happen. Yes, Google Hangout is one of them. P.S. When you block, it is permanent. They cannot see you or find you again, just to clear that up. Okay, thank you. Zoom meeting is another one. Ustream is one. Google Live. So it gives you, like I was saying, I have 192 people. Blab, yes, Blab is another one. I have a Blab interview. Is today Thursday? No, today's Wednesday. I have a Blab interview tomorrow, which I'm very excited about, with Desiree Wolf. If you're not familiar with who that is, you need to go check her out. She has a show called Getting Shit Done, and she acts, yes, April. She asked me to be interviewed, so I'm super excited about that. So you'll want to watch that tomorrow. And if you don't know, you might have to find me on Facebook because I don't know if I have the address here. I had to look up Blab and Zoom. I have no clue what those are. Yeah, those are just other platforms. Is any of your stuff on a document? In regards to what stuff, I have a lot that I share via video. I don't do a lot of books or documents or anything like that. Please follow me if you don't mind. You don't have any videos? I follow people who have videos, so I appreciate that. Live streaming, yes. I appreciate you being here, but I'm not sure if you're getting value from this. a profile, or yeah, a picture or a profile. I call them eggheads. Is that what we do in our Scoper chat shout outs? And just FYI, you guys, I do, you were asking about documented stuff. I don't have a lot of documented stuff. I do apologize. My form of communication is video. If someone wanted to, what do they call it? Transcribe everything that I do on video, that would be amazing. But I don't have anything that I particularly do through document. Sorry about that. But you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on anything. I can just catch you on the replay. Yes, you can. Absolutely. And all of my Periscopes are on catch.me/EdieAnne. Someone want to type that in for me? I do. See? Heart it up? I don't know what that is. Kimmy? Been holding out on me? Heart it up. So catch.me/EdieAnne. Adore ramen. Where you live. I save your scopes. You do? I'm learning so many things. You can do that by sending your video through some software that gives you the transcripts. Really? That would be kind of cool. I gotta check that out. Vanessa, do you have that information somewhere? Are you and I friends? I'll Google it. That would be easier, wouldn't it? I have to go follow you. Hold on. View, Vanessa, follow. Oh, you are a social media love bug. Love it. Beautiful. So, you know, some of these, Facebook for me is my forte. YouTube for me is my forte. Periscope is very new for me, but you know, I love software. I love learning new things. I love technology. So all of this stuff that's happening, you love the snowflakes. I do too. All of this stuff that's happening and coming to our forefront in regards to, yeah, me too, huh? Cheyenne. Love that name. Cheyenne. I don't know if everybody has Facebook Live. Some people on here already said that they don't. You may need to, have you done a lot of live Facebook shows? I only did one. I did one and it was a huge success, but I'm going to do more. Hello, how are you? I'm very good. How are you, Teek? I did one and it was a huge success. Facebook Live, yeah, okay, so see, she doesn't have it yet. It's rolling out very slowly. I know Monday it was rolled out to a lot of fan pages. I got it. And I don't know. At first I knew it was just US only, but now I'm hearing that it was rolled out to Europe. So that's just really exciting stuff. That makes my heart sing because I don't like it when, and I understand why they do it. I don't have several and want to do more. I've done several and want to do more. I don't have Facebook Live yet. I don't have Android. Oh, really? I've done a lot of virtual parties, like hundreds of virtual parties. But as far as Facebook Live, because it's so new, I have only done one. But I've done many Google Hangout parties. I've done many Skype parties, which Skype is a little bit different because, I mean, technically it's you and you alone. And so what happens is your guests are all at the hostess's house and I Skype in. And usually I always make sure they have a smart TV so that the screen can be bigger and they're not just watching their phone. And virtual parties are basically parties that you do online that are the same as home parties. And I did explain it already before, so if you want to watch the replay, that would be awesome. But they are basically a way to get to people who do not live next to you and have the means to bring your product and demonstrations to others that you can't do a home party with. So basically, Facebook, remember the word Rev? When you are Googling for transcript programs. I think that was the best. The word Rev. Okay. Thank you. So like I do Facebook parties. I just got a message. Sorry. See, I tell you, it's wicked squirrel syndrome. Somebody put some squirrels across the screen. Facebook parties are something that you can basically do the same thing, except you're doing it with video links or pictures or, demonstrations through pictures and what I call emotional marketing. So you're sharing experiences with your product. You are posting videos that you potentially have made about the products. And so it's a little bit more static to have a Facebook event party. So when you did yours, did you film with your phone and watch comments, etc. on your computer? Yeah, that was really hard. I had my phone doing the videoing and I had my iPad in front of me. There we go. Thank you. Thank you for the squirrels. So I had the phone here. I had it MacGyvered, I tell you. So I had my selfie stick inside of a paper towel holder that stood up on the table, and I was able to stretch up the selfie stick so that it was perfectly eye level, so that it wasn't, me looking up here or you looking under my nose. I just have a boxed question mark, no squirrels. Okay. And then I had my iPad on the counter with me with my products, but I'll tell you, it was really difficult because they weren't really syncing up. And it was much easier for me to just look up at the phone to see the comments that were coming up. Someone mentioned to me, and I'm going to just share this feedback with you. Someone mentioned to me that I should have waited and answered the questions at the end of the party. My suggestion for that is not to. And the reason that I suggest that is because if you're trying to duplicate a home party and they're sitting on the couch and they raise their hand and they say, I have a question, and you look at them and say, you need to wait until the end of the party to ask your question, that ain't going to fly. Yeah, it's not going to, engagement is extremely important. So, you want to be answering those questions as much as you can. And the party that I had, we had a lot of consultants in it that were learning. So there was a lot of chat going on. And so in a typical party, you're going to have maybe, 50, 30 people that are in there. So it's going to be a lot easier to maintain the comments. Yeah, and you get better as you do it. Absolutely. The other thing is that on Facebook, you have the ability to create friend lists. And when you create lists, you could actually create a list that is for the party attendants only. And then when you do a Facebook Live, you can actually share, you know how you do a post and you can share it to friends or public? That evening I had shared it public. But if you had a friend list set up, then you could actually share it to that friend list only. And then you have kind of a private party on Facebook. So that's kind of a nice way to do things too. So if the hostess wants to have just their guest and not have it public or open to your friends, you can create a friend list or group or whatever. And you can't do Facebook Lives in a group yet. So it would have to just be a friend list. So that's just one way around it. And I'm sure things are going to get a little easier. I'm hoping that they will allow us to do Facebook Live from within a group. That's my hope. I'm really hoping that they do that. Was that from your private profile? My personal profile, yes. Are these issues with sharing public? I missed it. Are there issues with sharing public? I don't know. I missed what you said. Can you retype it? I'm sorry. So how does the parties go on Facebook, you feel? Does it lead to more converting? Yes. Mainly because if you are in a party and somebody is commenting, their friends have the potential of seeing it because their friend is commenting. So the algorithms in Facebook allow that kind of cross-friend feed, right? So if you're doing it from a personal profile and somebody gets tagged in the comments, all of a sudden now they're going to see that live feed. Right, the algorithm key here, yes. So when you, okay, so going back to if you're on a personal profile. If you're on your personal profile, then obviously all of your friends are going to get notified that you are doing a public party. That can or cannot be good depending on who your friends are on Facebook, right? If you share public, are you in danger of getting, no. No, and that's different. Facebook Live is an app that they are promoting, and so you have the ability to share that, and it's going to be made in comments. So there's only one post when you're doing a live feed, right? Because it's the one post, and the live feed is within that post, and then everybody does comments below. The comments are not getting us into Facebook jail. It's the constant posting that are getting us into Facebook jail. It's the copying that is getting into to Facebook jail, because Facebook sees that as being spammy. So when you do one party, one live feed, it's only one post. Hey, hi Beck. I so need this. Thank you. You're welcome, Kayla. So yeah, I mean, I think that we got some friends in here. I love it. Love it, love it. Are you first timer, Rebecca? First timer? No, I'm following you already. I'm already following you. You are? Well, I was already following you, so welcome. It's about time you come to my Periscope. Just saying. I'm just kidding. What do you mean getting into Facebook jail? Yes, I can repeat that. Okay, so Facebook jail means that it's just a term that people have put on it, because what happens is when you get put into Facebook jail, they block you from making comments, they block you from sending messages, they block you from being in a group, they block you from making posts, they choose different things to block you from doing, to kind of set an example, and it's usually for about 30 days, and then sometimes less, and then you're out of it. The reason that people are put into Facebook jail is because Facebook views what you're doing as being spammy. So whatever you're doing, if it's viewed by Facebook as being spammy, they will block you in something, in some capacity. What Facebook views as spammy is constantly promoting your website address. Constantly making posts with pricing and get this here kind of wording. Yes, Facebook sees it as spam. Exactly. And so making the same post, and this is very common with direct sales. Yeah, I know, right? This is really common with direct sales, because what happens is one of our consultants will make a brilliant post and somebody else will say, hey, can I borrow that? Can I use that? And then they copy it and they post it on theirs, and now this kind of wildfire effect happens, and a lot of consultants are posting the exact same post with maybe one or two changes, but for the most part, the same post, the majority of the words are the same, and so automatically a flag goes up in Facebook world that says, hey, this direct sales company is making the exact same post to multiple people across the platform, and it's considered spam. They don't care what the content is. They really don't. But they see it as spam. So they shut people down. Okay, I was very aware not doing that because I hate being scammy. Yeah. But you know what? There's a lot of people out there that don't do that, right? And you don't. My hair is really irritating me today. But there's a lot of people out there. So I don't know if you remember, but there are a few, like last year sometime, all of a sudden, there were direct sales businesses that were being shut down on Facebook, like totally shut down. And it was because of stuff like that. So the other thing is, if you are messaging people, private messaging people, and you are copying and pasting, which, you know what? I see the benefit of that, but if you're copying and pasting private messages to the same person, to different people with the same message, Facebook will also catch that. They'll get a flag and they will say, they're spamming in private message. We're going to block them from doing private message anymore. So I always suggest to people, make it personal, make it, to your wording. Don't use somebody else's words. Pictures is fine, but I got in Facebook jail once. I wrote Merry Christmas to 100 plus. Exactly. See, and that's the same thing. So they don't care what the content is. They just care that it's repetitive and it's the same wording. And so automatically the algorithm, because it's not people in there, right? It's programming. All of a sudden the algorithm says, we got somebody that's spamming. Shut them down. Shut them down. You know what? We've all been there. We've all been there. So do not feel like an idiot at all. So I always suggest, and this is going to be a totally different scope someday, but I do something called emotional marketing versus straight out marketing. And I mean, the name kind of is self-explanatory, but I go into depth about it, and I've done a lot of training on this, and it works extremely well, not only for Facebook jail, but for your customers. And so I will do a scope about that at some point. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. So maybe you'll have to come back. This might be a new series. What time is it? It's 1 o'clock here. At about 2:30ish, I do something called Chat Mill. And Chat Mill is where I talk about mindset. I call myself a mindset specialist. It's a self-diagnosed term. I'm self-diagnosing myself. Gonna run. Thanks for so much. Oh, you're welcome. Have a great day. So the Chat Mill is about mindset. Okay, great. And we are kind of doing a study on training our brains. And so we talk a lot about that. We talk a lot about mindset. We talk a lot about positivity and negativity and how perception really plays a role in our lives. Yes, Chat Mill. So Chat Mill is typically, and it's unfortunate because my days kind of run into each other. And so typically it's anywhere between 2:30 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I would say that I usually do it around 2:30 or 3 or 2, 3 and 3:30. That's usually around the time that I do it. Yep, it's treadmill time. I'm on the Chat Mill anywhere between 2:30 and 4. So, make sure you follow me so that you get a notification that I'm coming live and that we're on the Chat Mill and it's time to talk. I am a specialist. Yay, I'm special. I am special. Special as in special, ha, Beverly. Funny. Oh, the UPS man's here. All right, so I guess I'm going to let you guys go. The barking is going to start here any moment. So have an amazing day. I hope you got some value out of this. And I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow on emotional marketing. Bye.